Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today I finally am going to take the time to film the traveler's notebook that I did using the Happy Planner discs. I know there's a few videos already on YouTube of people using these to create like mixed media notebooks, and I thought that this would be perfect for a traveler's notebook if you are like me and you struggle with how bulky they end up being. so I thought that this was like a perfect idea, and I've been doing a few. I've done a few for my sister. Geez, I've done a few for my daughter's friends. I've done one for another crafty friend, and so this one is going to someone else. I'm going to be using the Recollections Fantasy Floral 12 by 12 paper pad. I'm going to be using, like I said, these small Happy Planner discs. I think they're called something discs. I bought them from Amazon if you didn't see the haul video, and they had different colors. I believe I paid like, I don't know, $28. Does that sound right? But you had like 6 options of discs colors. So essentially I think I'm gonna end up making like 6 notebooks. So I'm gonna be, before I go on something else, so I'm gonna be using that. I'm gonna be using this. I have a few of these that I don't know what I'm gonna use for just yet. These I feel like were at some part, I think I got it from Joann's, and it was a 12 by 12 paper pad, and these are the last few that I have here. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, and I'm probably gonna speed up the video so you guys are not here just flipping, not flipping, but just sitting here watching me make a determination of what paper I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna pick what 12 by 12 page I want to be my covers, my front and back covers. So I'm gonna put you guys on speed mode, but I'm gonna show you how I do this. Let me bring my paper cutter here. Okay, so the first thing is I want to cut it, the little extra piece of strip that's in here. I'll make sure I cut it exactly to 12, because if not, okay. So I just trimmed the little edge. I am going to cut 8.5, which is going to be the tallness of our, unfortunately that's going to cut off this flower. So I think I'm going to go this way because this flower is prettier in my opinion. So I'm going to set that there so that I could cut this one. And now I am going to cut 4.5, and that's gonna be my cover. Now I need a back, which we could use this for scrap, or actually let's use this to create another single page. So even though this is not going to end up being our cover, we could use this as an inner page for the notebook. So we're not going to waste that. And then of course you already know I am not going to get rid of these because these are my scraps and I'm saving them. So now let's go see if we have the other page, which is this one right here, and I'm going to cut it in reverse so that the flower for the back cover is going to end up being this corner right here. So we're going to cut 8.5. Well, let me cut the 4 first so I could have more room. So 4.5, and then 8.5. gonna have here, and that's gonna be our front and cover. So the inside, and then like that, you're gonna flip it, and that's gonna be the back cover. So I'm gonna put you guys on speed mode because all I am going to be doing, to be honest, is coming down here and trimming more and more pages to 8.5 by 4.5. All right. Okay, so I'm temporarily moving that aside, and I am going to move this aside so that I have a clear working spot. My table is super small, and I'm snacking. What's your favorite snack when you're crafting? This is my favorite. Whenever I eat grapes and cheese, I feel like I'm a Roman back in the day. You know what I mean? Just ignore me. Okay. So this was my cover. So it's gonna go, I'm gonna lay it flat so that I know what I'm working with. We're gonna flip it. And you know what the cool thing is though? That if they don't, whoever's receiving this, if they don't necessarily like it, the way I organized it, they have the freedom. I don't know if that one looks better like that or like that. Or you know what, we could do the same page so that we have the same layouts here. No, those are too chunky. Oh, so I was saying that, you know what, for here, I'm going to add one of these sheets right here. What was I saying before I lost my train of thought? That the cool thing about this is that if the person does not necessarily love the way I lay out the pages for them, then they have the freedom to move and remove because of these. So I like absolutely love that nothing is set, and it's there for them to open or play around with as much or as less as they want to. So I just really love that. Okay, let's see. Just kind of trying to piece it together how we want this. Let's put that one there. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is my front cover, this is my back cover. I want to lay them like they're gonna look in the book, which is like this. So I'm gonna set them aside because that's what started this whole confusion right here. I'm gonna move this one aside. So what I want to do is, this is the way, see, and I'm used to working like this, so you guys are just gonna see it in an angle. So I am going to go ahead and continue punching the holes on my pages. Okay. So now that we've hole punched all of this, we are going to move this aside, and we're going to start putting in our discs. And I just take like a few. Make sure they go in there, like so. You don't have to take this many. I think I grabbed way too much. And just slide them in there. I'm gonna take half of what I just did. So I put my hand here to just take a few, and then I'll come back and add the rest. And the size A5 uses 3, 6, 7, 8 of these discs. Okay, so now I'm gonna plop these in here. Like so. I'm gonna move it and then just add the wrist. And that is what our notebook is looking like right now. It has plenty, if you guys see how much room it takes, it has plenty of room for them to grow and add their own things. I'm going to do a quick flip through to see if I have any problems with the layout of the pages. Seems like it's okay. I got them all facing the same side or correctly. This one and then this one and then this one, and then we are going to create our covers. Now let me show you. You've seen me brag about these. Well, not really brag, but you've seen me use these before. Self-seal laminating pouches. I feel that these work the best for me because it allows me to control how much gap I want between the edges. So what I'm going to do is remove that yellow tab, and I'm going to lay down my page. And then the other one, and do the same thing. I'm gonna leave enough space where I could come in and trim. I like to push to make sure that it's really tucked in there. And then I'm going to peel. And at the same time with this hand, I'm gonna move it slowly, like so, and keep pressing. So one hand is peeling this and the other one is laying it flat so that it doesn't create bubbles. And then just do that. So once it's at this stage, I like to take my bone folder, and this is what I was saying, that I don't think using my laminating machine would work as perfect as this one does to get as close to the edge and make them seal tight. So I like to go over it just to press it down. And then I like to use that to get as close to the edge as possible. If this was your own personal notebook, you could by all means add your own words, write in it before you seal it. You know what I mean? Like add some decorations before you seal it so that it, like, maybe if you want to write your name or you know what it is, like the title for the notebook. But because this is in mine, I obviously can't title it by myself or for me because it's not for me. Yeah. Okay. Now, I am going to cut, and I'm going to just kind of cut, giving me this much room. Can you guys see? No? Okay. That's the distance between, you guys see the distance between the pink paper and the edge. And I'm going to cut around the same distance on the other. And here as well. And then the bottom. For this one, you want to make sure that they are cut the same size, because if you accidentally trim one more than the other, then they're not going to line up correctly once you put them in the discs. So let me find a pencil or a pen that works, and I'm just gonna kind of mark it there. Oops, there, here, here, and here. So when I cut, I can kind of line it up to where I need to be. You know what I mean? Like, did you see the line there and the line here? That's the same distance I want for this one. So I'm gonna trim that and then do this one. This one, and then trim off here and just a little bit here. Okay, so now if you have any like marks, just rub your fingers through it. It comes off really easily. And now we have our front and back cover that are the same size. I am going to go ahead, pray a little, and then hope that the hole punches go through, which they did, and then see there is our cover. And now we're gonna make sure that we cut, let's see. So if this is gonna go this way, I want it to cut like that. And now we have our back cover. And that is our notebook, our traveler's notebook. Let me start decorating it. I am gonna put you back. Actually, I'm gonna work on my own because I have errands to run. So I'm going to decorate this as I go, and then I'll do a flip through at the end. So I made a coffee cup. I just used, of course, this paper. I fussy cut this image. I thought it went really perfect and kept the back basic. So I put that in there. Serves as a little dashboard, just something to add in there. I've added this one. It's here. It says all beautiful things are wild and free. Just decorated that. I've decorated a few pages with this sort of like a fake stitch. This is actually a stamp set from 49th and Market, and I got this from on the haul video. I think I showed it, and the reason for that is because I don't know if I shared it with you. Maybe I didn't. I don't quite remember, but I broke my sewing machine, so now I gotta fake it. And I just so happened to find a stamp set. They had like the fake stitches. So let's just flip through. I added a few more stitches here and there throughout the notebook. Here's a pocket that I created, and I just One of these nights, I just came home super tired from work, and I just wanted to stamp and color it. It's like a distressor for me, so I just did a little girl in there and then just added a few of journaling cards in there for her. So add that in here. More stitching that went a little bit crazy, but added that. Added a few little bit of ephemera and enamel dots. More stitching, fake stitching. Added another little thing. I don't know. It's not like a dashboard, but just little ephemera in there with it, which is a picture frame. Added the fake stitching on here, and then these are just the same. And then I've decorated this one with like the picture frames, which was a 12 by 12 page. And I think I did the circle ones as well. Oh, I did this one as well, which is another like a picture frame look. Decorated this one with the little fussy cut it outs and more stitching. And then this one stayed the same. And then I think the last page stayed the same. And that's gonna be it. Before I send this in Happy Mail, I am sort of gonna put it together the same way I did the previous one. I'll probably create a pocket letter for this as well. But I need to play around and like add other like Happy Mail items, and that is basically going to officially complete the video for this Traveler's Notebook DIY. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.